This video is part 3 of my complete Hindi deep dive. I have divided the original presentation into shorter, focused chapters so that each topic is easier to watch, study, and review. The complete deep dive is also available as one continuous video through the link in the description. In this chapter, we will explore the Hindi sound system. We will look at how Devanagari represents sounds, how Hindi vowels and consonants are organized, and several contrasts that English speakers may initially find unfamiliar. We will then bring these sounds together in complete Hindi words and sentences. Hindi pronunciation becomes much easier when we stop treating unfamiliar consonants as approximate versions of English sounds. Hindi organizes consonants according to where they are produced, whether the vocal cords vibrate, and whether the sound includes a strong release of breath. Because I already speak Nepali, many of these distinctions are familiar to me. My experience with Thai also helped train my ear to hear contrasts that many English speakers initially miss. In the following examples, listen to the Hindi voice first. I will then explain what the contrast demonstrates.
हिंदी की ध्वनियों को ध्यान से सुनिए। हिंदी की ध्वनियों को ध्यान से सुनिए। हिंदी की ध्वनियों को ध्यान से सुनिए।
Hindi distinguishes vowels through both length and quality. A long vowel is not always simply a short vowel held for more time. The position and quality of the vowel can also change. Listen to the following 3 pairs. In each pair, focus on the vowel rather than trying to imitate the English spelling. The important goal is to hear each Hindi vowel as a stable sound category. Nepali uses the same script and has many comparable distinctions, although the pronunciation of individual words is not always identical.
दिन, दीन, दिन, दीन, दिन, दीन, पुल, फूल, पुल, फूल, पुल, फूल, कल, काल, कल, काल, कल, काल.
Hindi commonly organizes consonants into a 4-way contrast. The first example begins with a voiceless consonant without a strong burst of breath. The second adds aspiration. The third is voiced, and the fourth combines voicing with a breathy release. Listen carefully to the beginnings of the following 4 words. English speakers often classify the first 2 as versions of one consonant, but Hindi treats them as distinct sounds. Nepali preserves much the same basic system, which makes this contrast familiar to Nepali speakers.
कल, 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 खल, 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 गाल, 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 घर, घर, घर.
Hindi makes an essential distinction between dental and retroflex consonants. For the dental sound, the tongue touches or approaches the back of the upper teeth. For the retroflex sound, the tongue curls back toward the roof of the mouth. Listen to the following 2 pairs. The words differ primarily in tongue position, but that change creates a different word and meaning. English speakers may initially place both sounds in the same category. Hindi speakers hear the distinction immediately. This contrast also exists in Nepali.
दाल, 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 ताल, 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 ताल.
Voiced aspirated consonants are especially difficult for speakers of many European languages. The vocal cords continue to vibrate, but the release also has a breathy quality. It is not simply an ordinary consonant, followed by a separate English H. Listen to each pair and focus on the beginning of the second word. These consonants occur naturally in both Hindi and Nepali. My experience with other Asian languages also helped train my ear to recognize breath contrasts that many English speakers initially overlook.
Dam, 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 dham, 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 bal, 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 bhal, 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 गाड़ी, 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 घड़ी, घड़ी, घड़ी.
Hindi uses nasalized vowels, in which some air passes through the nose while the vowel is being produced. Nasalization may distinguish grammatical forms or create an entirely different word. Listen first to the singular and plural forms of the verb to be, then listen to the contrast between a past tense verb and the question word meaning where. Finally, listen to a common first-person sentence containing two nasalized words. The nasal quality belongs to the vowel. It should not automatically become a separate N or M sound.
Eh, 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 eh. कहाँ, 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 कहाँ. मैं हूँ, मैं हूँ, मैं हूँ.
Devanagari is an abugida, so a consonant normally carries an inherent vowel. In modern spoken Hindi, however, that vowel often disappears in predictable positions. This process is called schwa deletion. Listen to the following four words as complete Hindi words. Notice that the spelling contains more inherent vowels than the Hindi voice actually pronounces. This is why Devanagari is highly systematic, but not a perfect pronunciation guide.
राम, राम, राम. कमल, कमल, कमल. भारत, भारत, भारत. करना, करना, करना.
Hindi has a characteristic retroflex flap made with a rapid, curled back movement of the tongue. Listen to the first three words and focus on the consonant in the middle. Hindi also contains sounds associated especially with Persian and Arabic vocabulary. Listen to the second group of words. Not every speaker maintains all these distinctions consistently. Pronunciation varies according to region, education, and speaking style. This reminds us that the sound system described in textbooks represents a standard rather than the speech of every individual.
लड़का, लड़का, लड़का. बड़ा, बड़ा, बड़ा. पढ़ना, पढ़ना, पढ़ना. खब्र, खब्र, खब्र. ग्रीब, ग्रीब, ग्रीब. कलम, कलम, कलम. फिल्म, फिल्म, फिल्म. ज़मीन, ज़मीन, ज़मीन.
Hindi has word stress, but its rhythm does not sound like English. English often compresses unstressed vowels and creates a dramatic contrast between strong and weak syllables. Hindi generally keeps its vowels clearer and produces a more even flow. Listen to the following three complete sentences. Do not focus on translating individual words yet. Instead, notice the clear syllables, the consonant contrast, and the overall rhythm. Nepali gives me a useful bridge because many sounds in the writing system are already familiar. However, Hindi still has its own rhythm and pronunciation patterns. We can now move from individual sounds to the structure of complete Hindi sentences.
मेरा नाम टिम है. मेरा नाम टिम है. मेरा नाम टिम है. मैं जापान में रहता हूँ. मैं जापान में रहता हूँ. मैं जापान में रहता हूँ. मुझे हिंदी सीखना पसंद है. मुझे हिंदी सीखना पसंद है. मुझे हिंदी सीखना पसंद है.
That concludes part 3 of the Hindi deep dive. We have examined the Devanagari writing system, Hindi vowels and consonants, aspiration, dental and retroflex sounds, and the overall rhythm and character of spoken Hindi. In part 4, we will move from sounds to sentence structure. We will examine Hindi word order, postpositions, adjective agreement, omitted pronouns, and the different ways of saying you. Part 4 will be available soon. If you would like to continue immediately, the complete Hindi deep dive is already available through the link in the description.
If you would like to know more about my experience over the past 5 decades, learning and using more than 30 languages around the globe, with adventures in 101 countries so far, then please visit my website, polyglotdreams.com. There you will find my memoir, A Life in 30 Languages, translated in various languages and integrated with audio and dual readers to offer a great way to improve your target languages.